Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we are just hopefully going to complete Hell 100. Now I'm going to try it with various different teams in this video. If you want to see the actual winning team, then go ahead, skip straight to the end. If you haven't already, please do hit subscribe. I think I'm about 75 subscribers away. Hold on. Yeah, if you watch the last video you'll understand. I'm just going to make sure it's completely off now. No in-game sound, just because apparently sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm only about 75 subscribers away from that 1,000 mark. So if you are not subscribed already, please do hit that subscribe button. And just enjoy it. So let's go ahead and let's see what other teams people are running. So it looks like a team of Elmer. Yeah, okay. So Gaia. Okay. Okay, and let's go by... Let's take everybody out. We already have these teams set up and pre-saved, so we don't really need to worry about this. I'm going to jump into the PvP settings. Let's jump into this one as well, PvP, quick deploy, and that way we've just got a blank slate. That's what my name means, by the way, tabula rasa. It means blank slate in Latin. I start every new game with the name tabula rasa because you are a blank slate. So, first things first. Attacks all enemies dealing 60% HP, loses 1 HP when performing a basic attack, and is immune to damage. And what's this boss here? Gotta go back. Shame. Right, okay, what does he do? So damage, effect, accuracy, reduction rate on the target, reduces control rate by 5%, stacks up to 5 times by default, and again, same thing. Enemies debuffs reaches 5, 10, 15 stacks, will receive an additional 50. Okay, so it's all about removing our own debuffs. There are a couple of units that do that, specifically Aphrodite does that. For every 2 allies lost, its defense is permanently reduced by 20%, and from round 10 onwards, all allies receive max HP revival effect, permanently increasing crit resistance by 50% and reduce the damage taken by crits from 50%. So I think stealing is actually the way forward on this one. So let me hold on. Where are you? My Ashland build. Spot on. So I actually think, believe it or not, Valianters is the way to go. And the reason that I think Valianters is the way to go, typically free to play, is because of this here. So it's the Enigmas synergy. So as you can see, I've had enough excess points now to level up my Valianters. I've got 5 out of 5 for Soul Eater, and then Grace of Enigmas consumes 150 energy to apply Phantom Illusion to a random enemy for 2 rounds, temporarily recruits the target to the team. We're going to see whether or not it's possible, first things first, to beat this guy by stealing his enemies. So as we know, and as we've read, he gets a permanent decrease to defense every time one of his minions dies. The easiest way to kill one of these minions is to steal it. So let me pop Hades in here, and then we'll go with... Where have you gone? We'll go with Aphrodite on this one. And it sounds weird, but also... Lancelot potentially as well. But so we've got a 3 here. You can use Lancelot if you do have his exclusive runes. So let me show you what that means. His exclusive runes, when Lancelot takes action, there's a 30% chance to apply the Phantom Illusion effect on 1 random enemy. So we do want that as much as possible. Now let me just show you my Avengers build as well. So the Avengers build, I don't have proof of Avengers this season, but I also have not invested in the Divine Dragon. I just don't think it is worth it for Avengers to have that Divine Dragon, and again the reason for that is primarily because of Aphrodite. but also because of Janna. So this slot gets taken up. There's usually a slot 6. So if I pop in Janna, there becomes an extra slot here. Janna will populate this extra slot, and Aphrodite will also populate that extra slot as well. But if you have the Astral Dragon populates this slot first, and there's no two ways about it. You just can't do it. So what we'll do is we'll go with this team setup. I've got Janna and Elma on here, and the reason that I want Janna and Elma on here as well is because they are phantoms as well, so just something to keep in mind. Potentially what we need really is a striker. So what we can do is go into Glorians, and potentially you can use Wu in this case. Wu doesn't trigger as often as Aphrodite, and that's the effect that we want, is that Phantom Illusion effect to steal as many of these enemies as possible. So we will go with Aphrodite, and we'll go with, we do need another striker to get Atrops buffing, or to boost Atrops up as much as possible. So I think what we're going to try in this first instance, we are going to try Seraphina. Where's she gone? There you are. So Seraphina we're going to try in this instance, and we will also pop in Protector, Striker, Phantom. Let's go with Gloria. Now, artifacts are a big one. We can take you out because there's no need to stun, and we will pop in, where have you gone? Here you are, team 2. We'll pop this in. So we've got an increase in attack to Glorians, which we don't need, I don't think. We'll go with the healing spear. Oh no, we'll go with healing spear on this one, and we can take you out as well. And do you have an alignment, Atrops? Yes, you do. Thornbinders. So what we need to look at is the Thornbinders relics. So if we have a look here, Thornbinders increase the attack, and we can perform a combo triggering one. Yes, so I think we want to trigger that combo so we can get double Atrops as well. This is Glacians, this is Thornbinders. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to try this one, and we're going to use, not you, Underworld Key. Where have you gone? So Underworld Key, we will go with Plague Bow and Night's Edge on this one. As you can see, switching them all around. Going to jump into presets. As you can see, we've got our 2 teams, which I think will win, honestly. And we're going to save over that 3rd preset. What we can do then, jump into this one, go into our presets, and we can quick deploy the preset that we've just built. So easy to move things around. And then we can have a look at this preset as well. So this is Glacians. We want Glacian synergy. I guess the whole reason we built is to steal. So let's go ahead and steal. We'll move you back over, quick deploy, confirm, and then on this one we'll leave it. I need to deploy unit. Ashlyn, you can hold the fort down, and I need relics as well. So just pop any relics in here, and we should be good to go. Let's just test this team out first. I want to see how far we can get with this team. I also think it depends on RNG quite a bit, actually. So the RNG factor is who disappears. Is it going to be, is Elma going to survive, is the real question. If you can guarantee that a unit from the first line and a unit from the back line will survive with thanks to the Soul Eaters synergy, then you've got a good chance. Like this, for example, this is absolutely fine. Unfortunately, we did lose Seraphina, but we still have the healing perk as well, so the Grace of Hunters. That is still active for us as well. So let's carry on and see how much damage we actually get through. Now, another problem that we have is this Holy Shield. So the Holy Shield, this will disappear as these enemies get taken, but we do kind of need this phantom illusion effect to kick off as much as possible. So we got the phantom illusion effect there, but it looks like we cannot steal these enemies. Oh, that's a real shame. Yeah, because otherwise Hades would have taken action. So this is a loss. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. So let's go and let's change things up a little bit. Let's go ahead and let's just test it one more time. And I'm going to put Lachesis in this front slot as well. The reason that I'm going to put Lachesis in that front slot is because of the Purify effect that she has on her ultimate. She removes all buffs from all enemies, which it's a very powerful effect, in my opinion anyway, very, very powerful effect. We'll see if Elmer survives. No, he doesn't, so this is death. Shame. Jump into battle, and we'll just see again. If Elmer survives, I think we're onto a winner. So we really want Elmer, Atrops, and Aphrodite to survive, and I want to see whether or not we can steal these enemies. Oh, shame. Well, we'll see now. Yeah, if we were able to steal these enemies, we would have. Yeah, if we were able to steal these enemies, we would have done it then and there. And Hades would have taken action, and he would have stolen another one as well. So we'll pass through. We were able to get the front two down though. Is that an unstoppable effect? I wonder how that one went. Strange. Yeah, so we got through to the end, so we weren't able to steal them. So, okay, that tactic doesn't work. Let's try a different tactic. And we're just going to try powering through with our Mystifiers. So, Mystifiers, you want Lancelot. I'm not going to lie, Lancelot is very, very strong. Very strong indeed. So let's go ahead and just try a full-blown Mystifiers team. We'll just see how much damage we can actually do to this guy. We don't need you, and we don't need you. We will pop you in, and we'll pop you in as well. Go ahead, save that. So we've got our four monarchs on the team. I'll pop you in here, and let's go ahead and battle. And let's just test this first boss out. Because it may be that you do require Gaia. I'm not going to lie, I spent 40 to 50 minutes per session trying to beat that Nightmare 100 boss without Gaia, and it just didn't work. I spent a couple of hours, a couple of different sessions trying to beat that boss without Gaia, and it didn't seem to work very well at all, because we weren't able to do enough damage to that boss. Now, we aren't using Glacians in this one, so we might take a fair chunk of damage. If our front two units go down, then we have lost, unfortunately. But it is what it is. So we do get the Plague Bow Holy Shield, which I think is very, very strong effect. We are applying Corrode to each individual enemy as well, including the boss, and all of those stacks of Corrode that are going on as well. So all of that Holy Shield was lost, but the enemy didn't lose altogether too much health, so we kind of just need to remove this Holy Shield. What I want to see is whether or not Lachesis can remove the Holy Shield. So I think what I might do to get the Corrode, we'll see how this next round goes. But I don't think that this team specifically is going to win. And again, the reason that I think that is primarily because of the Holy Shield that's there. So we just need to get rid of this Holy Shield as quickly as possible, effectively. So yeah, we got through a little bit, but we're not doing anywhere near enough damage. And as you can see, we did fail that one. So let's jump into, we'll take out Sandra, and we'll pop in Lechesis on this one. I just want to see whether or not Lechesis is any good in this event. Again, she's quite slept on, Lechesis. I do very much enjoy seeing Lechesis pop off. I thought that the new Ethereal Mystifier's second relic, the one that came out this season, the Scissors, I think they are, but the one that looked like scissors anyway. But I thought that that was going to do the same thing for Lechesis, or same thing as Lechesis, but for your team. So for the team here, I was under the impression that's what it was going to do. Unfortunately, I was disappointed to see that it only removes one debuff from the allied team, and it only transfers one debuff over as well. So just something to keep in mind. Now we'll see, I think because he reapplies that Holy Shield at the start of the round, we should see... we get the Fortitude, that's fine. So we can remove that Holy Shield, but we just don't do any damage to this guy, which is a shame. So let's go ahead, yeah, because these guys need to die here in order for this boss to lose any defense reduction whatsoever. We did take one down, which is strange. Maybe they just didn't come back. So if we move Astrid here, let's see if this is any good. Be nice if you could damage these these minions, but apparently they found the trick to immortality. No, so we know that that is going to fail again. I suspect that you just need Gaia. Just taking out Gaia, taking out Lechesis here, popping in Gaia in this particular slot. I think is 100% the way forward. But again, if you don't have Gaia, you don't have Gaia. So let's try other teams that might pass through. So if we go into clear records now, and I change by power to by suitability, we click refresh, can we find any team that has beaten it without Gaia? The answer looks to be no. Now, these are only Gaia 2-star, but it is just having Gaia on the team. Gaia 1-star there, able to beat it. Yeah. Yeah, it is literally just having Gaia on the team. 1-star copy, a 4-star copy there, but 2-star copy here. Yeah, it's literally just having Gaia on the team. This guy's not very powerful at all. I mean, look, hold on. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. 65,000 what? Yeah, 578 million. It is what it is, you know. But yeah, looks like Gaia. So having this team, let's go ahead, quick deploy this team, but let's take out, let's go ahead and trade. Take out Gaia. What happens if we put Lancelot in this slot? Just thinking about it. Load him. Don't worry, you've not frozen. I'm still here. Woohoo! I wonder what peak's going to be like. That's going to be tough. That's going to be really tough. I suspect it's going to be quite difficult without any new units as well. So, it is what it is. Okay, so we get the corrode applied, Lily and Leah in this front slot with Seraphina. We are healing up as well, so we are increasing our attack. But again, I think the problem comes from having this Holy Shield. I think this Holy Shield is going to really stop us from what we need to do. And again, there's no two ways about it. It's just the amount of pressure that Gaia brings. The fact that when you apply a corrode, or a stack of corrode, you also apply a secondary stack of corrode as well. So that's something to keep in mind. We get the fortitude effect, we get the heal. So hopefully this will boost our team quite significantly. We get the double heal. I don't think this will boost us a second time. It does kind of, but we're already fully built up. We get Holy Shield stacks as well for protection. I think it's just about removing as many of these Holy Shield stacks as possible. So he's got 10 left. Okay, so we get Lily and Leah as well to do their business, get additional shielding, additional protection. Unfortunately, Dullahan will not proc. Oh, we shouldn't have proc twice on that one. Why do we have that? Oh, Glacian Synergy Mates, perform a combo. How many have we got left? 6 stacks of Holy Shield. Lancelot to do that, but he's not gonna proc there. Okay. There we go. So we got a little bit down. We've got a little bit of health off this boss. So let's go ahead and skip to the end and see whether or not that team worked. It kind of did. It kind of did. It's just having more damage available on the team. Again, there's one way to do it. And it's so simple, so easy. And it's this passive right here. Applies 1 stack of corrode applied by allies, very important. And Gaia increases all damage boost, all allies damage boost by 10% and damage reduction by 0.6% up to 100 times. So let's go ahead and let's change things up. So let's take out Dullahan and let's pop in Gaia on this one. And I'm just going to show you the difference. I'm just going to show you the difference between them. Let's go ahead and change up our relics slightly. Go Underworld Key, Plague Bow, and Knight's Edge as well. Let's go ahead and save. Next team. Should be fine. Battle. Yep. Because we don't want to win on this second team. I just want to show off that it's so much easier if you've got a 1 or a 2-star Gaia. A lot of people should have picked up Gaia by now through the various different summon events and through the various, the guild events as well. If you have been participating in your guild, then you should have enough, or you should have had enough, and you should have prioritized getting a copy of the new unit through the guild and through the guild shop as well. Now again, we don't have 3 monarchs on the team, but I suspect it's not going to matter altogether too much. We do get the attack increases, and we get some misses here. That's quite huge. Having those misses there prevents our loss of Holy Shield, which is quite important when we are trying to survive for more than 1 or 2 turns. Again, it's going to be over very quickly with Gaia on the team, especially being pumped up like this as well. So every time we restore any health, we've got the fortitude effect now and the awaken ability, but we also get, as you can see, the 2 stacks of corrode being applied as well. So it's the 2 stacks of corrode really that's going to do it. So we're going to see this healing at the end of the round. We've already applied this this corrode, took everything off, and then the shields went back up, so he's back up to 12 now. So we're going to see Seraphina bolster the team quite significantly, I would say, especially with the double heal. So we get double heal here. It's Lily and Leah and Seraphina, the last ones to get their full power activated. Get that corrode stack applied, and we get another corrode stack applied as well. This only furthers Gaia's power, so this Genesis glow is up to 34 at the moment. So we just need to apply as many stacks of corrode as we possibly can. And with Lancelot on the team as well, that is going to significantly increase the damage done by corrode at the end of this round. So I don't think we've done enough to take off this Holy Shield, but should be absolutely fine. Yeah, so it looks like we're doing significantly more damage now, and that's only going to build up and build up and build up as we move further into the fight. So you've got 42 here, 42 stacks on the Genesis Glow. That means we've applied 42 stacks of Corrode already, and it is only round 3. Now, something to keep in mind with Gaia's passive, it says that she can, she applies the, when a Corrode stack's applied, a second one is applied, but also the second part of that passive also means, yeah, so it's significantly more damage that we're doing with that double Corrode being applied. Just something to keep in mind. I think Bastet does that as well. So if you don't have Gaia, potentially Bastet. Let's try that on the next run. So we'll try popping Bastet in there to get the double Corrode action going. But it's also the damage boost that's applied as well. We just need to keep applying this Corrode to ensure that we can. So yeah, 10 rounds it took, and then Aisling by herself. I think she's going to die, but let's just go ahead and watch. We might be surprised at how powerful Aisling truly is. Or not. But the point remains the same. Gaia is fantastic. If you don't have Gaia, you should probably go ahead and look at investing in Gaia. She is really, really spot on. But let's take her out and let's pop in Bastet in this case. So let me just show you what I mean by this. So if I go into advance, I go on here at the start of battle. The debuffs of the enemy team exceed 30 stacks, including Corrode. Bastet and the ally with the highest attack will both have ignore shield. This doesn't ignore holy shield, by the way. But when dealing damage for 1 round, every 1% increase cure rate, it's this one I believe. When Bastet is deployed, there's a 75% chance to double the Corrode stacks applied on enemies as well. Now I don't think that goes up with her runes. As you can see, I've not got that. But each time Bastet takes action, she has a 100% chance to purify all debuffs from one random ally. So if you do have her runes, fantastic. She's going to start debuffing. But if not, I don't think it matters altogether too much. And she's a Glacian as well, so we get that damage reduction. So let's go ahead. Sorry about that. Everything seemed to have crashed on me, unfortunately. So we are where we are. What I'm going to do is we've beat that first boss, so I'm going to call that a part 1. Just want to say thanks very much for watching. I do hope you have a fantastic day, and let me know. It is what it is. You do need this unit, this Gaia here. In order to beat that stage, it is really tough, but it is designed for players who are spending on the game, who are powering through, and who have copies of the new unit and have invested their money into the game in order to get that copy. It is what it is. That's just how these games operate. So yeah, enjoy, have fun. Thanks very much for watching.